Good morning, everyone. Come to question number 20. Let's do the last question of AS-20 and then we quickly revise the entire standard and then we move to a new accounting standard. So come to question number 20. Question 20 on page number 168. Question 20 on page number 168. Okay, let's do question number 20. Mark that very important last day revision question, a very good question to understand, very good question to practice. It says from the following information, calculate basic and diluted EPS. Underline that. दोनों ढूंढना है हमको, basic as well as diluted EPS for the accounting year 14-15 and 13-14. Underline both the accounting years 13-14 and 14-15. Okay, let's go ahead. Net profit for the year 31st March 2014, 75,50,000. Net profit for the year ended 31/3/2015. Just add another zero over here. Add one more zero over there. There's a typing error. Add one more zero over there. The profit will be 100,25,000. Okay. Number of equity shares on 1/4/2014 is how much? 50,000 to 50. Number of 12% convertible debentures of rupees 100 each issued on 1/1/2015 is how much? 1 lakh. Now tell me, this 1 lakh is number of debentures or is it the total debenture capital? On your chat box, is it number of debentures or total debenture capital? Of course, it is number of debentures. Perfect. Be careful with that. A lot of students make silly mistake over here, so please be really very careful with this. Okay, conversion ratio of debentures is 10 shares per debenture. Your tax rate in the question is 30. Add one more statement. There is one statement missing. Add the statement that I am writing over here. Bonus issue is 1 share for every 2 shares held. Bonus issue, please add this statement. Bonus issue is 1 share for every 2 shares held. at this statement, bonus issue is 1 share for every 2 shares held. We are doing question number 20. Very important last day revision question on page number 168. Calculation of basic and diluted EPS. Okay, now I would request you all to please first properly understand what I'm doing. I will then give you sufficient time to copy, but it's okay if you do not copy with me. Just focus on what I am explaining, what is the concept, and then I'll give you time to copy. Come to this question again, and let's have a look at the question. It says 31st March 2014, 75 lakh 50,000, 31st March 2015, 1 crore 25,000. Then you have number of equity shares 50,250 and 12% convertible debentures, means we have a potential equity instrument. The number of debentures is 1 lakh. Conversion ratio is 10 shares per debenture. Tax rate is 30%. The bonus issue is 1 share for every 2 shares. Okay. Now tell me, put quickly on the chat box. Do you really think or do you believe that when you have convertible debentures, is it compulsory to convert into equity shares or it is at the option of the debenture holder to convert into equity shares? क्या conversion compulsory है या it is at the option of the debenture holders? Everyone agrees it is at the option of the debenture holders. You cannot force anyone. Can you force someone? You cannot force anyone. Okay, it is at the option of the person holding debentures. My second question to you is, suppose if you are the director of a company and that company has convertible debentures. Suppose you are the director of a company and that company has convertible debentures. Would you like to convert them into equity shares or would you like to repay the amount and set them free? What would you wish as a director of the company? Please understand my question. क्या आप चाहोगे कि वो शेयर्स कन्वर्ट करे या आप चाहोगे वो पैसे लेके कंपनी छोड़ के चले जाए? What will you wish? Quickly, everyone on the chat box. What will you wish? Of course, you would want them to remain invested in your company. Please understand, one who is investing, if he removes investment from your company, he is going to invest it somewhere. क्योंकि उसको invest करना ही है. Question ये है, आपकी कंपनी में करेगा या कोई और कंपनी में करेगा invest? So he has to invest. Anyone will always wish, or any director would always wish that the person remains invested in the company. Now, in order for the person to remain invested in the company, you will have to motivate a bit. Now, bonus is a kind of motivation, because what bonus does is, if I issue a bonus share, you will feel कि मैं convert तो करूंगा, कन्वर्ट करके एक डिबेंचर के पीछे 10 डिबेंचर मिलेंगे, प्लस जितने डिबेंचर मिलेंगे उसका और आधा फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मुझे बोनस में मिलेगा. So this is one of the biggest attractions for a person to convert and remain invested in the company. That is why the company at this time gives a bonus issue. Because I will think in this way, that suppose if I have 100 debentures, how many equity shares will I get? Quickly on the question. Suppose quickly on the chat box. Sorry. Suppose if I have 100 debentures, how many equity shares will they be converted into? एक डिबेंचर के पीछे 10 शेयर मिल रहे हैं, मेरे पास 100 शेयर्स है. हाउ मेनी इक्विटी शेयर्स विल आई गेट? 1000. ओके, वेरी गुड. प्लस इस पे हर दो डिबेंचर के पीछे एक डिबेंचर, सॉरी, हर दो इक्विटी शेयर के पीछे एक इक्विटी शेयर मुझे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलने वाला है. हाउ मेनी मोर शेयर्स विल आई गेट फॉर 1000 इक्विटी शेयर्स? 500, which means I am getting 1500 equity shares. विच मीन्स जो कन्वर्ट नहीं भी करने वाला होगा, अब उसको एक बार दिमाग में सोचना पड़ेगा कि क्या पता हमें बेनिफिट हो जाए. लेट अस गेट कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम डिबेंचर्स इनटू इक्विटी शेयर्स. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? Now SEBI understood this very well, and after SEBI understood it, they decided that okay, what they are doing is not wrong also, but then they are trying to tempt people to remain invested in their company. They are trying to tempt people, and they are not understanding its impact. So what SEBI did was SEBI introduced a new rule. The rule of SEBI says that whenever you will calculate EPS, for calculating veins for EPS, you will now also take into consideration the bonus element. Are you getting it? सेबी ने ये सब कुछ देख के, जो भी कंपनीज कर रही है वो सब कुछ देख के एक नया रूल बनाया कि अब से जब इस टाइप का केस आएगा जहां पोटेंशियल इक्विटी इंस्ट्रूमेंट कन्वर्ट होने वाला होगा, और उसी वक्त इन्होंने बोनस दिया है, जब भी आप बेसिक ईपीएस कैलकुलेट करोगे, आपको ये बोनस एलिमेंट जो आगे जाके आपका आने वाला है बोनस एलिमेंट, वो भी आपको एडवांस में कंसीडर कर लेना पड़ेगा. Are you getting it? Fine, that was the rule. Now you may not understand the rule once I simply read out the rule. When I practically solve the question, you will be conceptually very clear. So with this base, let's go to the solution. Question number 20. Let me quickly prepare the format, and then let's understand step by step. You have particulars, in this question we have to calculate both basic as well as diluted EPS. So let's prepare a systematic format. Okay. Now please pay attention. Let's go to the question first. If I look at the question, they have given me net profit for the year 31st March 2014 is 75,50,000 and 31st March 2015 is 1 crore 25,000. Tell me, which is your current year, 31st March 2015 or 31st March 2014? Quickly on the chat box. March 2015. Of course, 31st March 2015. Let's put our formula. Basic EPS is equal to profit to equity shareholders divided by veins. Your formula will be profit to equity shareholders divided by veins. Okay, let's calculate that. Profit for the year ending 31st March 2015 is how much? 1 crore 25,000. Your veins will have to work that in working note 1. So let's prepare working note 1. Working note 1, calculation of veins. Again, you will need a format. have date, particulars, time weight, and weighted product. Okay. What is your opening balance given in the question on 1/4/2014? Your opening balance is how much? 550 lakh, 250. This remains in the business for 12 months. So your value remains 5,00250. How do you calculate bonus? What is the time weight that is required for bonus? What is the time weight that we will take for bonus? You will always take the earliest reporting period, so I will continue taking this. It says 1 share for every 2 shares held. I am right now holding 5,00250. On your chat box, how much? Quickly on the chat box, how much will you have over here? You get 2500125. How do you get that? 5,00250 divided by 2. Your time weight will be 12 months. So 2500125. Again, you have to now calculate bonus on the conversion part. Now this is important, so please understand. How many total equity shares will you have on conversion? On your chat box, how many total equity shares will you have on conversion? How many total equity shares will you have on conversion? Ten lakhs. So you will have 10 lakhs. Okay. Now what SEBI has said is on 10 lakh shares that you will receive when you convert, you now have to calculate bonus on those 10 lakhs also. Because why are you giving this bonus? Because you want more and more people to convert so that you can give them more and more bonus shares, which means that there is a need to calculate bonus element on the conversion portion also. That is why on the 10 lakh equity shares that will be there on conversion also will be a part of bonus calculation. Now you all should have a question. That's sir, it is not mandatory that all 1 lakh debenture holders will surely convert. Whatever you are thinking is correct. If you're thinking this, you are absolutely right. But SEBI says that if they convert or if they do not convert, you will still have to calculate bonus element on the entire conversion portion, which is 10 lakhs in this case. Now you must understand the concept why they have done this. In accounts, we always follow the prudence concept. Prudence concept says कि आप अभी से इन्वेस्टर को बता दो कि मैक्सिमम कितना ईपीएस गिरेगा, क्योंकि जब आप बोनस शेयर्स देते हो, आई होप यू रिमेंबर दिस बेसिक कंसेप्ट दैट व्हेन यू गिव अ बोनस शेयर, द नंबर ऑफ शेयर इंक्रीजेस, profit remaining the same. When the number of shares increase, profit remaining the same, then definitely your EPS is going to reduce, EPS is going to dilute. So it is very important for the existing shareholders to understand that you are going to convert some debenture holders into equity shareholders, and you are going to give them bonus shares, because of which the existing equity shareholders EPS is going to reduce. It is your duty to inform them that your action is going to reduce the basic EPS for them. That is why you have to calculate the bonus element on this 10 lakhs as well. So again we will think in this way, हर एक शेयर के पीछे, हर दो शेयर के पीछे एक शेयर, 10 लाख के पीछे कितना? Tell me, how much is your bonus element over here? 5 lakhs. Again your time wait will be 12 months. 5 lakhs. That's it. You will now get your wins. You get how much? 8,000,375. 8,000,375. That is your wins. This is your wins. Are you clear with the calculation of wins? Quickly on the chat box. Are you all clear with the calculation of wins? Okay, I have two questions. One says, where is it mentioned that you have to calculate bonus? So this is where we have made an addition in the question. You have to calculate bonus. Right, so I hope your doubt is solved. I have one more doubt which says, we have issued debentures on 1/1/2015. 1/1/2015, okay. And making provision for bonus. No, we are not making provision for bonus on 1/4/2014. You're making a mistake over there. We are making a provision. Provision is always made at the end. Why have I written 1/4/2014 is because you always take the earliest reporting period. That is why I have taken. However, this is done on 31st March 2015. So Spruva, please understand 1/4/2014 इसलिए लिया क्योंकि आपको earliest reporting period यहाँ पे लिखना है. However, your provision can never be at the beginning of the year. Provisions are usually at the end of the year. Okay, there is one more doubt which says debentures are to be converted later. So how will they be benefited with bonus shares? Debentures are to be converted later, but every debenture holder will be still getting the bonus element. So that is how it will be there. Debentures are issued on 1/1/2015 and conversion is not given. Okay, so since conversion is not given in this question, the institute has solved it as if they will be converted on 31st March. So rather than writing issued, let us change the question to keep this, you can keep this issued to 1/1/2010. You keep it 1/1/2010 because the institute has kept this question and they have still kept this as the year. So you keep 1/1/2010 and no need to keep any year in that. Right? So Raj, I hope that clears your doubt. There is one more doubt which says future equity shares are not added, but bonus on that is added. Why? So future equity shares will be there only when you will convert. But bonus is an element that is going to reduce your EPS. So because bonus is directly going to reduce your EPS, you're directly including the bonus element on the conversion portion. Right, I hope Anjali that clarifies your doubt. And Ishika, that clarifies your doubt as well. Bonus is not issued earlier. You will have bonus along with the conversion portion. There is one more doubt which says, how do we come to know that bonus issue is done on 31st March? Because your question ends on 31st March and your EPS is to be calculated on 31st March. So Sprua, I hope that solves your doubt. Your question ends on 31st March and that is where the bonus element is given to you. Okay. I have one last doubt which says, even if they are convertible after 5 years, then also we have to calculate bonus in the current year. After 5 years will be 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14. Yes, so after 5 years you have to calculate in the current year. You will have to calculate in the current year. However, please understand, whatever you are asking is a valid question and I am answering that. But please remember, in the exam, they are not going to give you that information. All you have to understand is that it is going to be converted in the current year, plus it is going, it is, there will always also be a bonus element over there. So if you want, you can add over here, issued on this and convertible on 1/1/2015. So if you wish, you can put this statement as well. Right? Okay, let's calculate the basic EPS then. You have basic EPS for 31st March 2015. 1002500. You get 1.25. So your basic EPS will be 1.25. Let's solve in the same manner. Profit for the year ending 31st March 2014 is how much? 7550,000. Wins we have already calculated at working note 1, so I'll take the same value. For the year 31st March 2014, this will be 0.94. So 0.94. You get your basic EPS. Let's put the formula now for diluted EPS. So we are done with the first part. They had asked us in the question, calculate basic EPS and diluted EPS. Basic calculation हमारा हो गया. Now let's focus on diluted EPS. So let's first put the formula. Profit to equity shareholders divided by gains plus additional profit due to cessation of and here you will have additional number of shares due to cessation of potential equity instrument. So your formula is profit to equity shareholders divided by Vains plus additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument divided by additional number of shares due to cessation of potential equity instrument. So we will put this formula. And then we will calculate our diluted EPS. So next you have diluted EPS. We will have to calculate the diluted EPS. Now for diluted EPS, you will have to first find out additional profit. So additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument. Let's calculate that. You will get that from working note 2. Additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument you will get from working note 2. So let's prepare working note 2. Calculation of additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument. Again, we'll quickly prepare us a very small format. Okay, come on now, you will help me out with the figures. How much is your interest percentage in the question? Quickly on the chat box. How much is your interest percentage in the question? 12%. Okay, let's calculate how much interest are we going to save. Let's first calculate that. In the question they have given you have 1 lakh number of debentures. एक डिबेंचर की वैल्यू कितनी है 100. So what's my debenture capital? What's my debenture capital? 100 lakhs. On this you have how much interest? 12%, which comes to 12 lakhs. So savings in interest cost will be 1 lakh into 100 is 100 lakhs. So 100 lakhs into 12%. How do you get 100 lakhs? We will show that also as a working. How much do you get? 12 lakhs? Okay. Do you have any tax element in the question? Do you have any tax benefit in the question or tax element in the question that you have been given? Yes, of course, you have some tax element in the question, which is 30%. Okay, that tax benefit which you were getting earlier on this interest cost will now be gone. So tax benefit on interest foregone will be how much? 12 lakhs into 30%. How much do you get? 3,60,000. So you have 3,60,000. What is your net savings in interest cost? On the chat box, net savings in the interest cost is how much? 8,40,000. Your net savings in the interest cost is 8,40,000. Okay, now tell me, when will you get this savings of 8,40,000? After conversion or before conversion? Quickly on the chat box, when will you get the benefit of सेविंग्स इन इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट? कन्वर्जन के बाद हमारे पैसे बचने वाले हैं कि कन्वर्जन से पहले बचने वाले, बिफोर और आफ्टर? Everyone agrees after conversion? Okay. Can you look at the question? Can you all look at the question and tell me when is the conversion happening? One 2015. Okay. Now, please understand, for the current year, we will save 8,40,000. Will we save 8,40,000 for the entire year or only for the period after 1/1/2015? Will we be saving it for the entire year or after 1/1/2015? Of course, after 1/1/2015. So it will be 8,40,000 into, you have January, February, and March. You will save only for 3 months. So into 3 divided by 12. How much do you get? 2,10,000. You have 2,10,000. You get 2,10,000. So finally, your answer over here will be additional profit due to cessation will be 2,10,000. You already have some profit for the year, which is 1,00,25,000. Let's calculate additional number of shares due to cessation of potential equity instrument. Let's calculate that. We will calculate that as a part of working note 3. Additional number of shares. What is your number of shares at the beginning? Quickly on the chat box, what is your number of shares at the beginning? Yes, so Khushi, that is exactly what I am doing. I am calculating veins. So in that, we will of course take 1/1/2015. We are of course doing that. So Khushi, if you understand this calculation of veins, I think your doubt will be solved. Yes, everyone, quickly on the chat box, what is your opening number of shares? Opening veins in the question. You have 5,000,250, 5,000,250. Okay, bonus element on above is how much? Quickly, everyone on the chat box, bonus element on the above is how much? You have 25,00125. Okay. Bonus element on conversion portion. We calculated this earlier. What's your bonus element on conversion portion? 5 lakhs. And finally, how many number of shares will be converted? How many debentures are going to get converted? 1 lakh. 1 debenture into 10 equity shares. So how much do you get? 10 lakhs. Now please understand. After you get this 10 lakhs, I would just like to draw your attention on one theory concept we saw yesterday. On question number 7. Look at this table. Equity shares issued as a result of conversion of debt instrument. Here it is, conversion of debt instrument. From when will you take it? From the date of conversion. So your veins will always be from the date of conversion. So over here, you have 10 lakhs into 3 divided by 12. How much do you get? 10 lakhs into 3 by 12. Quickly on the chat box, you get how much? 2 lakh? 50,000. So what's your total veins? What is your total veins? 82 lakh 50,000 375 is your total wins. However, your additional number of shares will be 2 lakh 50,000. You get that from working note 3. Let's now substitute the values. Tell me, what's your profit to equity shareholders? In the question, your profit to equity shareholders is 100,025,000 plus additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument is how much? 2,10,000. Finally, how much is the total wins do you get? 82 lakh 50,000 375. So 82 lakh 50,000 375. You get this from working note 2. Let's take that 100,025,000 plus 2,10,000 divided by 82 lakh 50,000 375. Everyone on the chat box, final answer. Your diluted EPS will be 1.24. Diluted EPS is 1.24. Quickly on the chat box, is it reducing compared to your basic EPS? Is your diluted EPS reducing compared to your basic EPS? Yes or no? Will you report this? Yes or no? Will you report this? Yes or no? Of course, you will report it. Right, if you have any doubts, please post it. Otherwise, I will put it on your WhatsApp group and then you can take down the entire solution. Just give me a minute to do that. You have it on your WhatsApp group. Take it down properly. Once you're done, please say done on the chat box so that we can continue. Take it down properly. Once you're done, please put done on the chat box so that we can go to the last part, that is the revision of the entire standard. I have one doubt which says, please explain why have we changed the dates. Okay. Now, Simran, if you look at the question, technically there is no need to change any dates. But because some of the students were getting confused, I had to change the date. Basically, there was actually no need to change the date. All you had to understand was that these debentures will be converted on 1/1/2015. Earlier, it is written issued on 1/1/2015. The institute read it as converted. So basically, I wanted to inform you all that these debentures are getting converted on 1/1/2015. That is the reason why we changed the date. So that is the only question. In order to avoid any kind of confusion, we decided to change the dates. Right? I hope, Simran, that solves your doubt. Once you all are done, please mention done on the chat box so that we can go to the last part. Once you're done copying the solution, quickly put done on the chat box so that we can proceed and finish off accounting standard 20. Okay, I believe everyone is done solving this question. So let's quickly now go to the summary of key points. And let's revise the entire standard and then we are done with AS-20. Right. So quickly, let's revise the entire standard. We began with what is EPS. EPS is earnings per share, which is to be reported on the face of P&L. EPS is to be reported whether it is positive or negative, and EPS is of previous year is also to be reported so that you can easily have comparison. Basic EPS, the formula is profit to equity shareholders divided by wins. How do you calculate profit to equity shareholders? If you have any kind of cumulative preference shares, then you will include, you will deduct the dividend portion. However, if it is non-cumulative, you will deduct only if it is mentioned in the question. After that, we understood how to calculate any appropriations to profits such as equity dividend transfer to reserves will never be taken. Extraordinary items must always be adjusted for. If you do not want to have them, you will have to make additional disclosures in that case. Right, come to the next one. After that, we understood how to calculate veins. You will always understand for how much time these shares remained in the business. Then we did treatment of bonus stock split, reverse stock split. For all these three corporate actions, you will always take the earliest reporting period, and the actual date for the above actions will be ignored. All previous EPS will also be adjusted for comparison. Then we did rights issue. You have three steps: calculating theoretical X rights value per share. You have MN plus SRN plus R. Then we calculate the adjustment factor fair value of shares before rights issue divided by the theoretical X rights value, and then you adjust your EPS for the rights issue. After that, we did diluted EPS. You must have something known as a potential equity instrument. Your formula will be profit to equity shareholders plus additional profit due to cessation of potential equity instrument. You will divide this by Waynes plus additional number of equity shares on cessation of potential equity instrument. After that, we understood when to adjust the veins according to the situation given in the question. So we did this table. Equity shares, if they're exchanged for cash, you have cash receivable. Equity shares, if as a result of conversion, you will take the date of conversion. In place of interest, you will take the date when interest ceases to accrue. When they are when they are issued in exchange of settlement of liability, when the settlement of liability becomes effective. When you obtain an asset, date when the asset is recognized. And for rendering services, service date when the service is rendered. And then finally, we did last question number 20, which explained that when you have bonus and conversion both, on the conversion portion also, you will have to calculate the bonus element. Right, that is all you had in accounting standard 20. Right, quickly, everyone on the chat box, are you perfectly clear with this? Yes. Are you clear with this? Yes, quickly, everyone on the chat box. Akshay, Aman, Anjali, Bhavin, Dipesh, Digesh, Harshit, Harshita, Hit, Ishika, Ishita, Khushi, Manav, Nidhi, Nikita, Pavan, Pushti, Raj, Rizwan, Rohan, Samis, Shifa, Simran, Soni, Spruha, Shrushti, Tulsi, and Yash. Are you all absolutely clear with this standard? Everyone quickly on the chat box. Okay. Raj, you always calculate EPS on 31st March. So after conversion, of course, you will calculate the EPS. How is there no scope for calculating diluted EPS on 31st March? Of course, you will have diluted EPS. But why not diluted EPS as well? Shifa settlement date becomes effective means the date when we write off that amount and issue shares against that. So which means मुझे आपसे 1000 रुपीज लेने हैं, आप मुझे सामने शेयर्स दे रहे हो और मैं आपको आज 18 जून को बोल रहा हूँ कि ओके आपकी लायबिलिटी खत्म हो गई, सो यू विल टेक 18 जून, राइट? I hope Shifa that is now clear to you. Now if you look at your index, we are now left out only with two accounting standards, AS-10 and AS-22. And for the students who joined in late, I will be doing AS-9 for them as well. So basically three accounting standards are left, 10, 22 and 9. Right? If someone could confirm that to me on the chat box, then it will be easy for me. You have three accounting standards left, 10, 9 and 22. Okay, fine. So what we will quickly do is I'll share the material with you for AS-10. Take a quick 5 minutes break and I will give you a new link. Let us begin AS-10. I'll give you a brief today. I still have half an hour to do that. So we'll take a quick brief and then we will continue with the remaining part. But today, of course, we can quickly take a brief overview of the entire accounting standard 10. So see you back in 5 minutes. Do revise entire accounting standard 20, whatever we have done. If you have any doubts, please come back to me. But do revise the entire accounting standard. Right, I'll now see you in 5 minutes.